Welcome to the Midnight Storylines official. The three of us younger sisters were completely normal in every way, but our eldest sister, Nora, was different. Sometimes she seemed exceptionally intelligent, sharp, alert, quick to understand things before anyone else. And sometimes she became so absent minded that she would place her hand on a hot pan without realizing it. People called her half crazy, but our mother never accepted that. She always said Noora wasn't born this way, something had happened in her childhood. Years later, Mom finally told us the truth. When Noora was very small, she was extremely restless and difficult to handle. At that time, our second sister Aisha was only 6 months old. Mom hired a teenage helper, about 12 or 13 years old, named Sam, to keep Nora busy while she managed the house. Whenever Nora became too troublesome, Mom would ask Sam to take her to the park so she could finish her work in peace. This routine continued for some time. One afternoon, there was a knock at the door. A nervous boy stood outside and said he worked in the house across the street. He warned Mom not to send her daughter to the park with Sam anymore. When Mom asked why, before he could answer, Sam appeared and the boy ran away. That moment planted a permanent fear in Mom's heart. Sam was dismissed the very next day. Nothing was ever proven, but that unanswered warning stayed with us forever. As Nora grew older, her behavior became more disturbing. She would sometimes push us without realizing it, and we would fall, bruising our knees and forehead, crying while she stood there confused. Strangely, she never harmed the youngest sister. Somewhere inside, she understood weakness. Outwardly, Nora looked normal, but quietly she caused damage, cutting our shoes, tearing bags, ruining things for no reasons. By the time she reached her early 20s, our family life had already fallen apart. Our father lost his government job and later became seriously ill. Financial stress and emotional pressure destroyed the peace of our home. Our parents argued constantly, without patience or understanding. The bitterness slowly poisoned all of us. Nora's condition worsened. In extreme heat, she would sit outside wearing a sweater. Sometimes she poured boiling water over herself. Once, she emptied an entire pot of water into a cooking dish and laughed uncontrollably. Still, Mom refused to accept the reality. Everything changed the day our Uncle Michael visited. He saw Nora washing already clean clothes again and again, and his face went pale. He told Mom firmly that her daughter was mentally unwell and needed treatment. That same day, he took Nora to a psychiatrist in Houston. For the first time, she received proper medical care. The treatment helped. Nora became calmer and more stable. She stopped fighting and her strange actions reduced significantly. Though one habit never left her, she doubted people without reason. Later, she completed her associate degree and insisted on working. She got a job at a dental clinic where she met Ali, a quiet and broken man working as an assistant. Ali was constantly humiliated by the clinic owner. He was overworked, underpaid, and disrespected simply because he was poor and had nowhere else to go. Noora noticed his pain. She listened to his story, and one day, without thinking of consequences, she brought him home. That decision shook our family. Neighbors whispered, questions were raised. Our father was furious, But Ali never misbehaved. He never answered back or crossed any boundaries. He silently endured everything. Slowly, we learned the truth about him. His stepmother had poisoned his father against him. He had been thrown out of his own home and forced to survive alone. The clinic owner took advantage of his desperation. Gradually, suspicion turned into compassion. Nora cared for him deeply. We realized that whether we liked it or not, marriage had become inevitable. For the first time in years, Nora behaved like a completely normal woman, gentle, loving, responsible. Ali treated our parents with immense respect, like his own. Just when marriage plans began to form, our uncle interfered again. He filled Nora's mind with fear, telling her men like Ali trap women for money and later abandon them. Those words destroyed everything. Nora changed overnight. She demanded that Ali find a proper job before marriage. By the time Ali finally secured employment, the damage was already done. Under family pressure, Nora left the house without warning. Ali stood there broken, silent, and defeated. We couldn't stop her. Life moved on. Our father passed away. We got married. Pain faded, but never fully disappeared. Years later, while shopping in Chicago with my husband, I saw Nora standing beside Ali with two children. They looked healthy, peaceful, and happy. I ran toward her in disbelief. She hugged me tightly and told me everything. After leaving our house, Ali went to his father's old friend, who helped reconcile him with his family. His stepmother passed away, and his father finally accepted him back, even giving him his rightful share in the property. Noora met Ali again by chance at another mental health clinic where she was working. This time, no one stood in their way. They married and built a life together. Ali was never poor. He belonged to a respectable and well-off family. He wasn't broken by fate, but by cruelty. God protects the innocent. We lost years to fear, assumptions, and society's harsh judgments. But in the end, love survived mental illness, humiliation, poverty, and betrayal. Some stories break you first, only to heal you later. If you like this story, so don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my channel for more stories.